What is Philodendron Plowmanii? The Philodendron Plowmanii is a tropical plant known for its striking, heart-shaped leaves that feature a unique blend of green and silver hues. Named after the renowned botanist Timothy Plowman, this plant is native to South America, primarily found in Ecuador and Peru. Its leaves can grow quite large, creating a bold statement in any indoor plant collection. What drew me to the Philodendron Plowmanii was its distinctive leaf texture and pattern, which adds a touch of exotic beauty to my living space. See more 623 species in genus Philodendron at monsteraholic.com. How to care for Philodendron Plowmanii. Caring for the Philodendron Plowmanii can be a rewarding experience if you understand its specific needs. Here are some essential tips I've learned along the way. Light requirements. Philodendron Plowmanii thrives in bright, indirect light. I place mine near a north-facing window where it receives ample natural light without being exposed to direct sunlight, which can scorch its delicate leaves. If you notice the leaves turning yellow, it might be a sign that your plant is getting too much light. Watering. One of the crucial aspects of caring for this plant is getting the watering right. The soil should be kept slightly moist but not waterlogged. I typically water my Philodendron Plowmanii once a week, ensuring that the top inch of soil dries out between waterings. Overwatering can lead to root rot, a common issue with this species. Humidity. Being a tropical plant, the Philodendron Plowmanii loves high humidity. I use a humidifier in the room where I keep my plant to maintain the humidity levels between 60 to 80%. You can also place a tray of water with pebbles underneath the plant to increase humidity, especially during the drier months. Temperature. This plant prefers warm temperatures between 65 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 27 degrees Celsius. Avoid placing it near cold drafts or heating vents, as sudden temperature changes can stress the plant and affect its growth. Soil and fertilization. A well-draining, aroid mix is ideal for Philodendron Plowmanii. I use a mixture of peat, perlite, and orchid bark to ensure good drainage and aeration. During the growing season, spring and summer, I feed my plant with a balanced, water-soluble fertilizer every month to promote healthy growth. How to propagate Philodendron Plowmanii. Propagation is an exciting part of plant care, and Philodendron Plowmanii is relatively easy to propagate through stem cuttings. Here's my step-by-step method. Select a healthy stem. Choose a healthy stem with at least 2 nodes. Cut below a node, using a clean, sharp knife or scissors. Cut the stem just below a node. Prepare the cutting, remove any lower leaves to expose the nodes. Rooting, place the cutting in water or directly into a pot with moist, well-draining soil. If rooting in water, change the water every few days to prevent stagnation. Transplant, once roots develop, in about 2 to 4 weeks, transplant the cutting into a pot with soil. What to plant with Philodendron Plowmanii? When it comes to companion planting, consider plants that thrive in similar conditions. I've had great success pairing my Philodendron Plowmanii with other aroids like Monstera and Anthurium, as well as ferns and calatheas. These plants not only complement each other visually but also enjoy similar light, humidity, and watering requirements. What are common problems with Philodendron Plowmanii? Even with the best care, you might encounter some issues with your Philodendron Plowmanii. Here are a few common problems and how to address them. Yellowing leaves. Yellow leaves can indicate overwatering, underwatering, or insufficient light. Assess your watering routine and light conditions to identify the cause. Pests. Philodendron Plowmanii can be susceptible to pests like spider mites, aphids, and mealybugs. Regularly inspect your plant and use insecticidal soap or neem oil to treat infestations. Leaf spotting. Leaf spots are often a result of fungal or bacterial infections. Ensure good air circulation around your plant and avoid overhead watering to prevent such issues. Philodendron Plowmanii versus Mamei. Distinguishing between Plowmanii and Philodendron Mamei reveals significant disparities. Firstly, Philodendron Plowmanii stands taller, usually reaching heights of 4 to 5 feet, whereas Mamei maintains a smaller stature, typically growing to around 3 feet. Moreover, the leaves of Plowmanii are notably larger, often extending up to 12 inches in length, in contrast to Mamei's smaller leaves. Lastly, the veins on Plowmanii's leaves are distinctly more pronounced compared to the less prominent veins on Mamei's foliage. Philodendron Plowmanii versus Gloriosum. Philodendron Gloriosum, on the other hand? That thing is a champ. It doesn't seem to mind the occasional dry spell, and the velvety, dark green leaves with those prominent silvery veins are just incredible. It grows like crazy too, constantly pushing out new leaves that emerge a beautiful pink before maturing. I definitely recommend the Gloriosum if you're looking for a stunning philodendron that's a little less fussy. Philodendron Plowmanii versus Pastazanum. My Plowmanii might be a bit of a diva, but it has nothing on the Pastazanum. This one seems to have a mind of its own. It grows in these crazy, sprawling patterns, and the leaves can be all sorts of shapes and sizes. It's definitely not for those who like a neat and tidy plant, but the wild, untamed look is what I love about it. The Plowmanii, in comparison, is all about elegance. The consistent, heart-shaped leaves with the ruffled petioles grow in a more predictable way. It's definitely the more low-maintenance option, but the Pastazanum brings a touch of the unexpected to my collection. Philodendron Plowmanii Blackface versus Plowmanii. My regular Plowmanii is beautiful, but the blackface version takes it to a whole new level. The leaves are this insanely dark, almost black shade, with a subtle shimmer that's just mesmerizing. It's definitely the more dramatic looking of the two, and needs even brighter light than the regular Plowmanii to keep those dark colors happy. Why choose Philodendron Plowmanii? In conclusion, the Philodendron Plowmanii is a delightful addition to any plant lover's collection. Its stunning foliage and relatively easy care make it an ideal choice for both beginners and experienced plant enthusiasts. By understanding its needs and providing the right environment, you can enjoy the beauty of this plant for years to come. Happy gardening!